guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a really good day. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of Pacifica makeup, which is a completely clean brand, which is super exciting, and it is a drugstore brand, which is really nice. I got all these products at Ulta, and it's not really drugstore, but it is kind of like in that section of Ulta. If you know, like usually on the right hand side is the luxury and on the left hand side is the drugstore. That is what we are going to do today. I have a big old bag from Ulta. I went there yesterday and I got a bunch of stuff, so I figured we can try it out. I recently bought the Pacifica foundation, which is right here, and I wore it twice to work, which I did 2 10-hour wear tests with it, and it was really nice. This is what prompted me to try a full face, because I figured if the foundation is really good, then some of the other products will be good. Hopefully we get more good stuff than bad stuff. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also hit the bell so you stay notified. I'm changing things up right now. I'm trying to figure out a good way to play to my audience, I guess. I was thinking about uploading one video a week on YouTube and then doing a video on IGTV. So let me know if that works for you. If not, I'll just keep doing 2 videos a week. But definitely leave me some comments down below on that. Let's jump right into this bag. Before we jump into the makeup, I did end up buying a Pacifica Energized Glow Turmeric Spice Facial Mask, which is right here. If you don't know, Pacifica is a skincare brand as well as makeup brand. I think they started with skincare and then went into the makeup. They also have hair products, so they're kind of like an all-around brand. So I'm gonna pop this on first. I like using masks and stuff before I put makeup on because it kind of acts like a primer. I do have a primer, but might as well just do this. So I'm gonna pop my hair up really quick because I don't want to get my hair in the middle of this sheet mask. Oh, that's so cute. The little eye holes are hearts. I'm gonna pop this on and leave it on for about 10 minutes and then I'll be right back and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so time to take this off. It's been 10 minutes. A very cooling sensation. This mask said it's definitely going to hydrate, radiate, and light. They have a bunch of different ones. They have one that's like for oily skin, dry skin. I don't feel like my skin is super hydrated, but it feels nice. It feels very cooling, which I like. My face is a little red because of that face mask. I'm gonna wait for this to dry down and then I'm just gonna do my eyes first like I've been doing lately. Pacifica doesn't have any brow products. The only thing they have is a tinted eyebrow mascara, and they did not have that at Ulta. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows. I'm gonna use the Morphe eyebrow pencil. This is like $6. I'm gonna use stuff that's drugstore and very affordable, just for the sake of the video. So I'm gonna just outline my brows and then go with the Morphe pomade. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Morphe pomade. This is in the shade Java, and the Morphe pencil is in the same shade. Brows are done. I just used that pomade and I cleaned them up with a little bit of concealer. I also primed my lids. I did not use the concealer that I have from Pacifica because I do not like priming my lids with concealer anymore. I've been using this Mirabella eyeshadow primer, so I just popped that on. So for eyeshadow, I have the Pacifica Natural Minerals Love Stoned palette. This is what it looks like. It is like a book, like a big book. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty. You get some pretty shades in here. I don't really like the packaging because I kind of didn't like use the entire space. I wish it was just like a little bit smaller. Instead of making them look like diamonds and stones, I wish they could have just like made them straight. I do like the size of the pans, but I just think like this is like super big, and you don't get like a ton of shades in here. You get 12 shades. That's not a lot of shades for how big this palette is, but the pans are really good. It looks like these 3 bottom ones are highlighters or something like that because they're bigger than the rest of them, like these 3 shades. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the lavender shade in here. There really isn't a ton of mattes. There's 4 mattes in this palette, which personally I don't like that. I would like more mattes. If I was creating this palette, I would want a lot more mattes. I'm gonna use that first. That is the shade Amethyst, which is right here. I also would have loved a mirror. Like I'd rather have a mirror than like these little stone definitions. Like that would kind of be nice, just because you could probably prop it up on your desk, you know, like this, and be able to do your makeup. But It's okay. So I'm gonna use that first. Actually, amethyst is my birthstone because I was born in February. So I'm gonna pop in there first and see what we do. And I'm using a Morphe M504, and I'm just gonna build this up on the outer corner. I don't really know what I wanna do because there are not a lot of matte shades in here. I'm a little scared, if I'm being honest with you. Kind of looks gray on my eye. I don't know why, but it kind of does. It's showing up, but it's very sheer. These are very powdery as well. They blend really nicely, but the pigment really isn't there. That worked. My problem now is like, I don't know where to go from here because like, I can go like black, green, or I can go dark maroon. I can either use this color or this color to kind of intensify my crease. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Garnet, which is that like dark maroon color. I'm taking it out on Profusion brush, which is just like this rounded brush. I don't really like the way this looks, but I'm just gonna keep going with it. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. It just doesn't really like work together, these two shades. But I feel like if I cut my crease, it'll work better. I don't think using the lavender first was a good idea. I'm kind of like covering up the lavender and kind of giving me a little bit more of a blend so that the lavender is just on the outskirts of my eye instead of being like the star of the show. So I'm just kind of making it look like more gradient. All right, this is looking a lot better. I was really scared there for a second, but this is looking definitely a lot better. A little bit more intense than that lavender. I gotta say at this moment right now, I don't really like these eyeshadows. They're a little patchy, and trying to build up the pigment is just like, I've been going back and forth probably like 10 times already, and every time I go to do that and blend out the edges, it kind of just disappears. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease, and then we're gonna work with some shimmers in this palette. So I'm gonna use their Liquid Cover Full Coverage Lasting Concealer. This is what it looks like. The shade of this is 12NM, which is like neutral medium, which is pretty good for me. And I'm using an M421, very like rounded brush. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease, and hopefully it'll all work out. This concealer is actually really nice to cut the crease. I really like it. It's very pigmented, and it has a good like liquidy texture. So for cutting the crease, that's really good. I don't know how it'll do it under my eyes, but we'll see. So I'm gonna let this dry a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna go in to this pink sapphire shade just to go with that purple theme. So I'm gonna pick up that pink sapphire shade on this Shop Massé like brush, just like a small concealer brush. Pick that up and just kind of place it on. Hopefully we get some sort of payoff. Yeah, that's pretty. I think it's gonna kind of get lost, but I might do one of the like larger highlighter shades on the bottom to make that a little bit more intense on the inner corner. That's pretty though. Okay, I really like that shade. It is super crumbly. It's getting all over me and all over the palette. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really messy. But I think it looks so good on the eye. Coming from when I thought this was gonna be like the worst thing ever, it looks really nice. On the outer corner, I'm gonna take that Garnet shade and just kind of mess this in right here so that there's no like defined edge. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this shade called Moonstone, which is this one right here. I'm just gonna take that on my finger, and I'm just gonna place it right in that inner. Whoa, all right. That is crazy pigmented. That is so freaking pretty. I'm just kind of blending it in or moving it into the purple shade. That's really pretty. Whoa, I was not expecting that much payoff. I kind of wanted to do some smoky eyeliner today. I don't have any eyeliner. They were out at Ulta. I think if I go in with this black tourmaline shade, which is really a green, almost like an aqua shade, I think it's gonna ruin the look. I wish there was an actual black in this palette, because I feel like that would be really nice, but I don't know if there's any black gemstones. Yeah, like onyx. Yeah, there should have been a black shade in here for sure. I'm going to leave it like this right now. Let's put that away and move on to the face. I'm gonna do a little bit of spray, like a primer spray. I'm gonna use their Crystal Dew setting spray. I used this before, I like it. I don't know if it really makes your skin dewy, but we'll just use it for a primer right now. I'm gonna shake it up. smells so good. It smells like tea, like chamomile tea. For primer, actual primer, I have the Crystal Primer Powered Up Illuminating and Perfecting. This is what the bottle looks like. They do have a matte version of this one, but I definitely want to be more illuminated than anything else. It's kind of shimmery, like almost like a pearl kind of thing. So I'm just gonna put this on. My face definitely has like a pearl kind of finish, which is nice. Let's go ahead and use the foundation. This is the Pacifica Alight Clean Foundation, 100% vegan and cruelty-free, and it is oil-free, anti-shine, and satin finish. It definitely is a more like dewier finish, but if you have oily skin, I think this would really work nice for you. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Morphe sponge right here and tap into here. This one has a funky smell. I don't know what it is. It definitely has like a funky sort of smell. I'm the shade 25WM, which is warm medium. It doesn't smell good. It's not like terrible, but it doesn't smell good for sure. I smell everything like a psycho. It's pretty good coverage. It's more like a medium to full than a sheer to medium, which is really nice for a clean foundation. I feel like that's super nice. That is really nice coverage. That's about a pump and a half. You can see on my skin right now, it looks very like skin finish, not too dewy, not too matte. It does kind of dry down to like a little bit of a demi-matte, satin matte. I really like this though. I feel like for a long wearing foundation that is clean and also having drugstore prices. Let's go ahead and use the concealer. Like I said before, this is the Pacifica Natural Minerals Liquid Cover Full Coverage Lasting Concealer. I'm gonna start blending out my mouth area. Wow, I like that concealer. That is definitely a full coverage concealer. Wow. It's definitely like that loomy, hydrated under eye kind of a thing, and I like that. That's nice. And if you are a similar shade to me, I think that the 12NM concealer and the 25WM work together. They're pretty much the same shade. Obviously right now I look super dewy, so I'm gonna go ahead and use some powder. This is the Pacifica Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder. They only had translucent, which is kind of good. When you open it up, it looks like this. I actually really like the packaging because it has like a lid, and then on the inside is like a mesh, which is really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my entire face with this. It smells like cherries. This powder kind of reminds me of the Hydro Mist powder from Becca. It's very similar, like where it has like that kind of feeling where like you're putting water on your face, just like a little bit. It's not exactly the same. I wouldn't say this is a good powder to bake with because it kind of is like disappearing on my face. I don't love the smell of it anymore. It's kind of overpowering at the moment. It smells like cherry medicine, which is not great. That's really nice. It kind of like took 2 seconds to set my entire face. It is definitely a translucent powder, which is nice. For bronzer and blush, I have this cute little palette, which is called the Cherry Bomb Cherry Cheek Powders. This is what it looks like. It's super cute. It's all about like cherries and stuff. I don't know why that's kind of like their brand right now. The contour shade is extremely light. I thought this was a bronzer, but it's a blush. I'm seeing it on my hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Firelit, which is, I guess, the bronzer in here. So if that doesn't work, then I will go ahead and just use my bronzer, but we're gonna try this first. I thought this was a bronzer shade, but it's really just a blush. I'm gonna go ahead and use my BH Cosmetics bronzer. I didn't see anything else for bronzer or contour or anything like that. So I'm gonna use a little bit of that powder just to cut my jaw out because I went in with that blush. It looks a little too heavy. Since this is a blush palette, I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Firelit and Cherry Spirits. And I'm just gonna kind of mix it in. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face one more time and then we will highlight this face. So for highlighting, I'm gonna use the shade Queen of Noise in that Cherry Cheek palette. And I'm gonna see if this has any pigment. And if not, oh no, it definitely does. Okay, there we go. Isn't my favorite kind of highlight. I like a little bit more of a shimmer. This is a little too powdery for me. Even when I swatch it, can see it kind of looks like powder on my hand, and then even there it looks very powdery and chalky. I'm gonna go ahead and do a touch, a little bit of the shade Moonstone that I used on my eyes, and I'm just gonna go like that, like really light. Okay, going back to the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Garnet, and I'm gonna pick that up on this Shop Massé brush, just like a straight edge brush. And then using a fluffy pencil brush, I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Amethyst, which is that lavender shade, and kind of smoke that out or blend it out. For the inner corner highlight and brow bone, I'm gonna use the shade Moonstone like I used just before to highlight, and I'm just gonna pop that in there. The shade is gorgeous. It is so pigmented. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, and then we'll go on to mascara. For mascara, I'm gonna use their Black Crystal Supercharge Extending Mascara. I actually really like the packaging. I think the packaging looks really cool. So what the packaging looks like, it's really nice, all like about crystals. I actually like how small this is. That's what the brush looks like. The mascara is a little too wet for me. That is definitely a nice mascara. It's not the best I've ever tried, but that's really nice. It is kind of like flaking a little bit all over the place, but for being a natural kind of mascara, it's really nice. I thought it was gonna be horrible, so it's not too bad. Pacifica does not have lashes as far as I know. I'm gonna go ahead and use this e.l.f. Luxe Lash Kit. The style is Winged and Bold. I've actually worn these before, and they are really nice. That's what they look like. So I'm gonna pop these on, and then we'll move on to lips. Okay, these lashes are so freaking pretty. I like these so much, and this look absolutely called for some lashes. For lips, I didn't get a liner or anything like that because I did not see it at Ulta. I don't even know if they have that stuff. All I saw was lip balms and lip gloss. So this is the Enlightened Gloss Nourishing Mineral Lip Shine. This is what it looks like. It's gonna go perfect with our eyes today. So excited. I'm just gonna line my lips with this Essence pencil. It's their soft contour lip liner. I think it's like $2. It's really inexpensive, so that's why I'm gonna use it today. So let's pop this gloss on and see how we do. That's really pretty. It's not the most shimmery thing, but I think it's really nice. It has a really good shine on it, and it's really comfortable on the lips. I'm gonna spray my face one more time, and then we'll go into the products real quick, and I'll say what I liked, what I recommend, what I don't, all that stuff. So that is it. We are finished. Let me go through the products really quick, and I will tell you what I liked and what I didn't. All in all, I really like the way this look came out. I was so scared about the eyes, and they're probably my favorite thing about this look. I think it looks so freaking pretty, and it really ended up working, even though I was terrified that it wasn't going to. I was like this close from wiping it off, but all in all, it looks fantastic. Starting out with the face, the primer, I don't know if it did anything. I think it is a good illuminating primer, but it really didn't do anything. If you're very dry skin, this might be nice for you, but all in all, you can leave it at Ulta. You don't need to get this. The foundation, I really like this foundation. I've, like I said, used it a couple times, and it is very long wearing, and for me, who has some oils come through by the end of the day, this looks so good. I've worn it for about 10 to 11 hours, and it still looks good. So this is a definite, I really like this. They killed it with this formula. I feel like this foundation is good for everybody, definitely for dry skin, but I feel like even for oily skin, I think that foundation is really nice because it's not super hydrating. It's very demi-matte, semi-matte. The concealer is definitely hydrating concealer. It's not a matte concealer at all. I like it, very full coverage. I will definitely use this again, and I recommend it for you. You don't get a ton of product in here. You get 0.26 ounces, and just to give you a reference point, in the Morphe concealer, you get 1.5, so you actually get more in here. I don't know how that works. And also in the Tarte one, this one is 0.3381 fluid ounces, so never mind, it just looks really small. You get kind of a good amount, or an average amount. So I would definitely recommend this for you if you have dry skin, especially on your under eyes. This is nice as far as a hydrating concealer. The powder I really liked. I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture with flash and see if this has flashback. So I'll be right back, and I'll pop that up on the screen so you can see it. Okay, so I took a picture behind the beauty lights and in front of them. In both of them, I definitely didn't have flashback. It is a little bit of a white cast, but not anything crazy. I will pop them up on the screen so you can see. It definitely feels like a HD powder, which I feel like it would have a lot of flashback, but it's not too bad. It's not like the best thing ever for flashback, but I have like a little bit of white cast. But I will definitely be using this again. Don't like the smell. I wish they had an unscented version, but it's not terrible. It's not like the Coty Airspun where you're like, it's in your face. But this one is really nice. Recommend it for you if you're looking for a nice mattifying translucent powder. I will absolutely use this again. The little cheek palette, do you need this? No, I didn't really love the highlighter in here. I didn't really love the blushes because they do have a little bit of shimmer in them. Maybe I was just mixing too much into this shade, because this shade definitely has some shimmer in it. I definitely would not purchase this again. I feel like you can just go to Wet n Wild and get like the little single blush ones and the single highlighters. I don't think you need this. But it's cute packaging and it was cute. I don't think I'll use it again. For the palette, I actually really love the way the eyes came out, and I was panicking. Like I said, I was absolutely panicking, but I think it looks gorgeous. It looks so good. Do I think you need to get this? Absolutely not. If you like the colors in here and you're like, yeah, I want some of that, then I get it. But it's not like the best palette in the world. It took me a long time to build up and get to like where I wanted it to be, but all in all, it worked and it looks beautiful. So I recommend it for you, but I don't think you need it. You can just go to Wet n Wild, you can go to Morphe, you can just go there. I feel like you just don't need this palette, but I think it's pretty. I also don't like the packaging. I think it's way too big, but I'll probably use it again. I won't use it a ton. I have so many palettes that I need to get rid of, but I think all in all, it worked. It did a good job. My eyes look gorgeous. The mascara, I talked too soon. I don't like this. It's getting all under my eyes, and I had to like go in with the Q-tip to like trying to get rid of it, but it worked as far as like keeping the curl, and it works with the lashes, so I don't know, I probably won't use it again. It's a little too wet for me. I like a drier formula. This is just like way too wet, but maybe after like a couple uses it'll dry out and then it'll work. For the lips, I really like the gloss. I really think it's really nice. It's pretty, it's nice on the lips, it's comfortable, so I definitely recommend for you. Don't think you need it. You can definitely go and get nicer glosses somewhere else, but definitely worked. So the setting spray, I've been using this a little bit since I used it in my new at the drugstore video. This is nice. It doesn't really do much as far as like being dewy. I don't know, it's not the best. I probably wouldn't buy it again if I ran out of it. It's nice, it smells good. The spritzer is nice. It's nice. That's all I gotta say. I don't think you need it, but I recommend it for you if you like stuff like this, like just for aesthetic reasons. I think it's good. It smells good. It doesn't really do anything as far as like dewiness, and it says that it's a crystal dew setting spray, so I don't know about that one. I think that is it. I really liked all these products. Definitely go out there and try them. The one product that I will say that you need to freaking try out of Pacifica is the foundation. This worked so good, and it's very nice on the skin, and I really like it. I always try to give you one product that I think you absolutely need. Of course, like, you know, you don't really need it, but you know, if you're looking for a good foundation that's gonna give you that skin finish foundation, that is really good. It lasts so long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really did. It was so much fun trying all these products. I love trying new products. I also love buying new products. All these products cost $100, just in case you're wondering. All of them together cost me $100 minus the foundation and minus the setting spray, because I bought that at a separate time. Don't forget to leave some comments down below for me. Alright guys, I hope you have a good week, and I will see you so very soon. So very soon? I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.